Please join me in welcoming back to this stage the producer of Hidden Sword, Guan Dan. And I think we have Zhang Aoye, the swordplay star, coming up here. Yeah. Bravo. Congratulations, both of you. Let me start by asking a question to each one, and then we'll open it up for you for your questions or comments. First to Guan Dan, the producer. We were talking a little bit earlier, and you explained to me that the director, Xu Haofeng, had sandling 3 nodes or 3 knots. Can you explain a little bit these principles?
Sandling 是什么位置？这是他就是他这是3个步啊，那个是什么？
那个徐浩峰徐导演呢，他的电影刚才大家都看过了那他有3个特点，就是跟其他的武侠电影不一样的。一个呢就是临危
So Dr. Xu's movie, I think I've been saying, it's quite different from other films directed by other directors. He has 3 basic rules or principles. 3-0.
一个呢是临危雅。
威雅，
没有威雅。
威雅是就是摄影的。
听得懂中文的，那我来解释一下。那他应该是。
Yes. So there's no like ropes or no. When they shoot the films, there's no ropes for the films, for the actors.
然后第2个呢就是零特效。
There's no special effect.
第3个就是零替身，我们所有的演员都是自己亲自上阵，自己来完成动作。
And then there's no stuntman, and all the actors are doing all the actions themselves. Yeah.
So that's remarkable. Yeah. So no harnesses, no special tricks to pull the actors up and down. No special effects, post-production, and no stuntmen, no body doubles. So Zhang Aoye, you did all your own stunt work. How did you learn? Because your background is as a dancer, a modern dancer, not as a wuxia artist.
所以张浩源，你那个就是全部都是这里面的这个武打的动作都是你自己做的，所以没有替身，也没有这个就是威亚这些。所以就是你是怎么学的？就是里面的很多这种东西，你是怎么作为一个舞蹈演员的话，你是后来怎么学做这些武术的一些动作？
其实本身武术的动作对舞蹈演来说，相对而言可能会简单一些。
It's actually to do martial arts moves. It's for a dancer, professional dancer. It's fairly easy.
可能我有相对的柔韧性、协调性和我的肌肉素质。
So probably I have like my body has the basic flexibility, and my muscle tones are okay. I'm trained like physically. My fitness is up to the work.
但是当我接触到武术以后，也就是接触到徐浩峰导演的武术以后，我觉得哇，完全不一样，太难了。
After I started to do from the director Xu's style of martial arts, I found that it's very difficult.
所以我觉得它是需要一个静下心来，用心去体会的一种武术方式。
And I found that it's something you actually need to really settle down to be calm, to be relaxed in a relaxed state, to really learn the essence of the real martial arts.
And is the director Xu Haofeng is also the martial arts director? He designed it and taught you. What's it like to work with him? Is he very tough? Is he demanding? Does he teach you patiently? Does he use words or does he show you gestures?
徐导演就是他这些武打动作什么这些都是他设计的，然后就是他在导演的过程当中跟他合作的话，容易吗？他就是给你示范呢，还是说只是用这个语言来做指导？
他亲自示范给我们看。
He actually did a lot of demonstrations to me.
对，并且会告诉我们的很仔细，它的来龙去脉。
And he actually tell us a lot of details of all the histories, how all these moves come from, and very detailed.
他会把每次攻击和每次防御都说的特别的细腻，特别仔细。
And he would detailedly explain every move, like attacks, every defense move. He will explain to us in great details.
Questions or comments from people here? Raise your hand. It's a bit hard to see. Yeah, in the back. You can speak Mandarin and we'll translate for you into English.
If I can hear you.
Shout as loud as you can.
大声点呢。The questions, yeah, I appreciate, like the movie very much, but is there anything in the title, like the Chinese title 刀背藏身，是不是就是可以解释一下这个刀背藏身有什么就是有什么联系的在里面 ？Yeah, the connection between the name, the Chinese name, and the film, the story. Yeah.
我来回答这个问题吧。刀背藏，
I'll answer the question.
刀背藏身，它其实在这个徐浩峰的小说里面，它是一个刀法的口诀。那这个刀啊。
It's actually in Xu Haofeng's novel. In the novel, the title, the Chinese word 刀背藏身 literally means hiding behind the back of the sword or of the knife. It's a mantra when they practice the way of using the swords.
那它呢，跟大刀术，就是我们在这个里面看到的张傲月这个孔鼎义他的这个诀窍，就大刀术。那刀在所有的武器里面，它其实是更多的有这个防御技的这个功能，防御的功能。
In the movie, as you have seen, Zhang Aoyue had performed in the movie. It's the art of using a knife, the like big sword. Is actually it's a way of more like a defense, not attacking. It's a way of defending yourself.
它在里面还有一层意思呢，就是说，在这个乱世之中，我们如何安身立命，如何去处理我们人与人和武林之间的这些关系。
It also has a meaning that how people in a chaotic society, in a society of going through great changes, how they protect themselves, how martial arts professionals, people in the martial arts circle, how they protect themselves as ordinary people, how we protect ourselves.
也感谢你提问，也是第一个提问。我们接下来每一个提问的观众，也感谢你们，我们会给您一个我们的这个张傲月的签名海报，然后到时候找我们的工作人员可以去领。谢谢，谢谢。
Thank you very much for the question, and then we will have Zhang Haoyue have to do some posters, sign some posters if you like. You can, yeah, we can.
So
have
you
a chance
ask a question.
to have him to sign some.
Ask a question, get a poster. Who wants a poster? You have to ask a question. Sure.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you very much. I don't watch a lot of Chinese cinema, and that was absolutely unlike anything I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought that was absolutely brilliant.
首先非常感谢，就是说你们这部电影，就是我本人很少看什么中国电影，但是这部电影给我的震撼力很大，是非常棒的一部电影。
And my question is, I wanted to ask a question about sort of the tone of the movie. Obviously, there was so much going on in that story, and it branched several years, and there was so much going on, and parts of it obviously were meant to be very dramatic, but over exaggerated. I found a lot of the film to be very funny and had a lot of humor in it. So I was wondering if that was intentional and a style that Chinese cinema uses a lot, or if that was something that was lost in translation for my Canadian sensibilities.
所以他这个问题，但是就是他这个主要的问题就是这个电影里面就是说有些表演好像就是里面的故事很多，就是说这种在每一个这个故事后面就是好像都是有分支分叉，有很多没讲完的故事一样，但是里面这些表演有很多地方是非常的这个过度的这种戏剧化的那种感觉，就是非常的有些就是说。好像过分的，就是说给人一种感觉，好像就是不是特别真实，好像是，反过来让我看的就是有一种幽默的感觉，就是说很幽默的感觉。这是就是说导演是有意而为之呢，还是说是这是中国电影的一种特色？就是还是说我作为一个加拿大的这个观众，好像是有些读的太多了，就是解读的太多了，还是就是说还是误解了，还是什么？就是这里面这些就让人感到幽默这种东西是有意这样来做的吗？还是
说了这么多，确实，他对，不，他理解的是对的。其实我们导演会在里边故意安排一些戏剧性的，幽默感的一些表情也好，或者是反馈给观众的一些动作表情都是故意。
You are quite correct. That's done by the director intentionally. He did not only some over dramatic performance actions and also facial expressions. That's just to create the sense of humor. Yeah, that's done intentionally. Yeah.
We're running out of time, but we have time for maybe one or two more questions. Do you have one in the front? Yeah.
So the art of the sword, was that tied to the death of the art of the sword, like the period in time? Is there a period when the sword technique died out? Was he trying to make a tie to World War II, or had it died out much farther?
他说这个刀艺就是
The question is about the art of the sword. Was it dying out earlier? Did it die out around World War II?
在中国有点消亡了，就是快失传了这种样子。他是说跟这个就是二战，就是日本的二战时间这个时间相符的，就是从历史上来说，中国这种大刀术到那个时候好像就是失传了，还是说世界就是没有太多的这种人在学习或者是在使用这种大刀术，但是就是这个时间上面是说就是从那个时候就没有什么人开始在练这种刀术吗？还是说你知道吗？
是什么时候？是电影的这个
电影当中那个时代嘛？对啊。So you mean the time that reflecting in the movie, right? That yeah.
Was he trying to make a tie between the actual period of 1949 or 1940s?
所以就是那个大刀术，这种刀术啊，就是说现在是不是就是已经是没有什么人在练了？是跟这个实际上事实上发生的时间是一样的吗？也是在那个时代，就是49年解放前48年49年时候
对，
那
因为
个刀术就没
可能会有会没有那么多人再去学这个大刀术了吧？我觉得
是就是
因为我们也没有战争了嘛。对，和平年代。
Probably it's because after 49 there's no more wars and it's peacetime, I guess. That's why not a lot of people are learning or doing that kind of martial arts.
If I could just follow up a bit. I mean, one of the fascinating things in the film was the persistence of traditional Chinese values, traditional sword art in a 20th century context, which is funny and unexpected. Maybe they want to address that?
所以就是sorry,
Traditional Chinese values and art of the sword in the 20th century, a modern period.
所以跟您讲一下，就是现在传统的就是中国这种刀术啊或者剑术啊这种传统的武术这种东西，跟20世纪的这个中国社会的这个现代社会这个就是过去这种传统和现代这个时代 就是可能讲一下这个，就是说现在还有没有这种道术啊？
有中国的武术，它我觉得永远不会流传掉，只是可能会某个刀法或者剑法会去很少人去学习，但它永远一直会存在的。对。
The tradition of the martial arts that like using knives and swords, I don't think they will discontinue. Although not a lot of people are doing them, but I think they will be still a tradition in existence. At least some people still knows how to do them.
或许现在很多人都会，老人也好，小孩儿、年轻人也好，会用练习刀法或者是剑法去用来健身。
Now, like,
强身健体。
a lot of people actually, older people or young people, they're using sword like martial arts to actually just do it as a way of exercise.
但每次传授的时候，师傅都会将把刀法的秘诀还有剑法的秘诀传授给学生。这样。
So when they teach their students, the masters will teach the secret of the mantras, or when they practice those arts of using the knives, they will pass that to their students.
那学习的第一句话就是不许伤人。
Well, the first rule of learning martial arts is not to hurt others, to hurt people.
We're almost out of time now. Would anyone have a last question they'd like to add? Three of you. I think you raised your hand first. Yeah, go ahead. The question is first, the viewer, like the movie, praised it very much, asked if there were any, in crafting the movie and designing it, were there any points of references in older movies or other media? So were there historical points of reference or in other films or in literature?
这个电影就他说很喜欢这个电影，但是就是在小时候看过很多这种香港的这种武打电影，就是但是这个电影是不是在制作的当中，它里面有就是作为参考或者就有历史上的什么事件啊，或者是过去的什么电影传统当中，它有引用到这个电影里面来吗？
首先这个电影就是您看到的风格，它是很表明就是很明显的叙事风格，对。
It's first of all, when you see this movie, it's a very clearly it's like the director Xu's style, like his a unique style.
那当然不会去借鉴或者是去融入一些别人的风格来到他自己的电影里。
Because in making the film, he would not actually adopt any other style or of other directors to, make his own movie.
那一开始的长城大战的一些场面，还有那个世纪两国之间的争锋，是徐导想重回当时的画面，是真实存在的。就是一开始的长城大战，对，就中国人跟日本人，33年的时候那个画面是徐导，把当时的真实状况还原到这个电影里的，对，所以是它是真实的。
They actually the battle at the Great Wall. That's actually a historical, real event that happened. The director Xu was trying to depict what happened historically as in the truest form. Yeah.
It would be great to be able to talk all night, but they have to close the building. So unfortunately, I think we have to stop here. But thank you very much for your questions. Thank you very much for your brilliant performance. And thank you for allowing us to show the film here in Vancouver.
谢谢你允许我们在温哥华来
And thanks for your translation, Alex.
在温哥华电影。